There we go. Alright. So, hey everyone, it's your boy, Third Guy, and I'm back with another video. Now, you may be asking, bro, why are you doing this? Why are you doing a Facebook type of shit right here? What is this? Well, I'm doing this because there's a lot of stuff I want to say after finding out about Ronald Green, and I thought that doing this would be good because if we do like a face thing on Verizon, whatever it's called on there, it's not really, it doesn't really work. So I decided to do this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to record from my phone, and then I'm going to use mobile Verizon. Or matter of fact, I'm gonna see if it can. I'm gonna see if I can do it another way. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if I can do it another way. Alright. So once again, this is your boy, the Study Guy, and I'm back with another video. And I apologize if my room seems like a bit messy here and there. You know, I haven't laid down for like a good minute. I'm gonna lay down again, so you know, it's not even worth it. But yeah. I have a mad small room. My brother, he has a bigger room than mine because we did our rock paper scissors shoot, and as you can see, I lost. Oh, I lost that. I lost that. Yeah. So the main thing I want to talk about is what I said in my other video. Now, in that video, you heard me being angry and being upset about what happened to Ronald Green. That man was beaten for 40 minutes on camera, and the way those cops acted afterwards by wiping up his blood, I'm done. Nah. It's becoming quite clear to me that America is not only a racist country, but is filled with white supremacy. Those are the people who run this joint, white supremacists, or white nationalists, or whatever thing you want to label them. Either way, they run this country. Not black people, not Mexicans, not Spanish, not Native Americans, white people. And I'm talking about the elite white people. I'm not talking about random white people, because you see, not every white person has this type of mindset, right? There's a good majority of, well, at least the people who run this country, they have that type of mindset, but not everyone is like that, right? Because you get in the mindset that every white person is act like this is just doomed to fall, right? Because not everyone is like that. A large group of people is, to be honest with you, because when you look in the past, when Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was around, it was filled with racists. It was filled with racist white people. And for you to expect me to believe that after the Civil Rights Act was signed, those people stopped being racist or didn't teach to be racist to their children is an outright lie. I'm not buying into that. I'm not buying into that. I'm not. But it's not a full white supremacist country, because if it was, a lot of bad things will happen. Because first off, America wants other countries to view it as the perfect country. Right? Everybody knows this. America wants to be held as like an example for other countries, right? This has been a known fact. And if it were to really become a white supremacist country, it will do damage to its reputation, right? It's all about politics. It's all about politics and how America wants to be held. Another thing is, it can't become a full white. It can't become a full supremacist country, because if it did, the pushback would be enormous. Like, it'll just straight up be civil war, and I mean that as in it'll be the people against cops. That type of civil war. Because see, civil war between Democrats and Republicans, that's a myth. That's a myth. It will never happen. That's a myth. Because when you think about it, it doesn't make sense whatsoever. How you supposed to tell who's who? You can't. That's a myth. It's a myth. That's what the media wants you to believe, that civil wars is one type of group against the other. But that's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's doomed to fall. I said doomed to fall. It's doomed to fail. It's doomed to fail. Doomed to fail. That's not civil war. Civil war is the government versus the people. Now that's civil war. That's the type of civil war we might be leading into. That's the type of civil war. That's the most accurate, at least. We're already in a race war. We got cops killing by people like George Floyd, Ronald Green, and others. I can't name them all. But that's just 2 out of hundreds. Especially that kid down in Florida. That kid who's getting chased by a police officer, and the police chased him and shot him and killed him on the spot. That one was never solved. No one went to jail for that. No one went to jail for that. No one. And you're gonna sit here and tell me that America isn't a racist country? It might not be filled with white supremacists. That's what they want you to believe. Sounds kind of iffy. I'm not gonna lie. Sounds kind of iffy. If you believe me, you believe me. If you don't believe me, that's fine. But in my opinion, because I ain't no QAnon. This is not some shit I saw in a comic section and spent like 5 minutes doing a Google search. Nah. I looked at it on all angles. And the conclusion that I came to, that America is indeed a country filled with white supremacy. It's run by it. White supremacy, white nationalists, I don't know, either or. It's basically the same thing, I think. As long as a person's racist against black people. Another thing too, this one I get down to. Now, in my other video, I said, there's a video of me talking about black people attacking Asians. And now Asians has a bill for that, right? But where was that when black people were being targeted by the KKK? And where was that when they were being hanged, when a church blew up and about 3-4 girls died? Where was all that? And after the Tulsa massacre, where was all that? I can go on and on and on. But yeah, when a few Asians started being attacked, they got that bill ready up and signed real quick. What sense does that make? That makes no logical sense, right? That's just something they trick you with. That's something you trick you to get the attention away from black people. And I didn't even think of this. The person I've been watching, the type of people I've been watching and listening to for the past few days, they pointed that out to me. Because I'm not smart enough to figure that out by myself. They pointed it out to me. And I listened to what they were talking about. And it immediately made sense. They were doing all of that to push the attention away from black people. Because that was, the George Floyd thing was still going on back then. You know? And now people want reparations, especially the people in Tulsa. They want reparations. But now we're trying to get teeth out of it. We're trying to get reparations to me is like not no 25 grand, none of that. That's at least 70, 60 grand right there. Don't try to trick us into something cheap. No, bro. Those people deserve to have their money returned to them, and they deserve to they deserve to be given what they lost. And the story doesn't make any sense, and the story of Tulsa doesn't make sense anyway, because how a white mob overthrow the government? How is that possible? How? That make any sense? How? A white mob just overthrew the government and started tearing shit up? They're supposed to buy that? Doesn't make any fucking sense. Doesn't make any fucking sense. It really doesn't. America really trying to push us down. They really trying to push us down. They really trying to. They really trying to kill us. In my opinion, they trying to kill us. They legitimately trying to kill us all. The way these cops be getting loose and shit. Then when attention was towards one cop, when someone was killed, well, you know what his excuse was? This was way back when, but his excuse was he was in fear for his life. You know, and that when he did on accident, it was like fucking reflex or whatever, something so stupid shit like that. Either way, no matter what it was exactly, because I can't remember, it was still stupid as fuck. It was still stupid as fuck. Still stupid as fuck. And that's the excuse they ran with. And everybody forgot to mention the person that was killed. No, they started running with that. We didn't hear person once they started running with that, they ain't missing that person again. From what I know. And another cop who killed that woman. And we put my fan. My window's hot. It's getting hot in here. Now, one person I told you about that killed that woman. When a dog sprung up and was coming towards him, he stopped the woman accident. He didn't get charged. He didn't get charged. Manslaughter right there. He didn't get charged. That don't make sense. How did he not get charged for manslaughter? You probably need to be charged for George Floyd because they wanted to let Derek Chauvin off the hook. I said it was planned out because they wanted us to rub it in. They always want to rub it in that they have power and we don't. They want to rub that in over and over and over again. They want to rub it in. We want to rub it in. We won't take it at a time because people then, last year, they were going fucking crazy. They were going off. And afterwards, they knew that if they said that, if they put Derek Chauvin as not guilty, that was to set up a whole nother string of events. Like, I truly think if they said he was not guilty, it would have been much, much, much worse. It would have been much worse. They would have burned the whole place to the ground. They would have burned everything. Everything. Not only in Minneapolis, but everywhere. Every fucking where. And I'm glad we did that too. We stayed on cover with that. Because we pressured them into admitting they were wrong. We pressured them into that. Because 9 times out of 10, when a cop is being pushed, when a cop kills someone, they'll just be let go. You know, the charge will be dropped. Not every time, because again, if that was the case every single time, it would have been clear from the get-go that something was up. So they had to play stupid sometimes. You know, they had to play on easy mode. Because if you did it every single time, people would be catching on sooner. That's why they couldn't do it like that. That'd be smart about it. But still, even with that, people are still being killed out here. Unarmed, innocent people. And the media will always want to push this narrative that, oh yeah, you don't feel bad for him. He killed someone. Don't feel bad. Or no. I mean like, oh, don't feel bad. He was a criminal, something like that. Every single time. And if it's not that, they'll go after your family. Because there's one person who did not commit a single fucking crime, but his mother was like a heroin, used to be like a heroin addict, and she was illiterate, and they came after her because she was like that. he deserved to die. See? Come on now. How you gonna say every time that's not the case? No, the evidence is all around you. It's all around you. And you probably ask like, hey, no, bro, you tripping? Because white people are poor too, you know. And you're right. Because again, you can't be like that everywhere. Because if it is, it'll be much more clear to figure out. And because at the end of the day, even though the government is racist, it doesn't care about anyone. It's just more racist towards black people. But it's not. It doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about you or me. At the end of the day, if it had a choice of either you or me or neither of us, it's gonna choose neither of us. That's what's gonna happen at the end of the day. And that's a fact. You can't even trust the fucking military, because the military be filled with white supremacists. That's a fact too. Look it up. I'm gonna make a video about that too, because y'all think I'm playing. I'm not playing. It's their military, not mine. Fuck out of here. America ain't no great country. That's what they want you to be. That's pushing the narrative since birth. America is not a land of free or home of free. No one's free in this country. No one's fucking free in this country. No one. Here's what we like. The people with low income are here, right? The average people, the average that's making the lives day by day, and that's actually poor over here, right? Okay, so then blacks are somewhere lower than that, right? And then you have, hold on, let me try again, because I messed up. Okay, so you have minorities down here, right? Down here. You have blacks down slightly lower. Not a lot, just slightly. All right. Blacks and Native Americans are kind of like equal. No. Yeah, they're not equal. Yeah, so the blacks are slightly lower than that. So they're slightly lower than that, right? And then, so minority here, blacks here, right? Okay. Now, minorities, I mean like Mexicans, Mexicans, Native Americans, and people like that, right? Except because like white people are here and minorities are here. So white people are separate from that category, okay? Okay. So blacks here, Native Americans here. And then you have your white people who 9 times out of 10 are probably slightly higher than that. Yeah, they're around here. The average should be like around slightly above that, right? That's not the same in every case. Again, it's not always the same. So they're slightly higher than that, right? Okay. So then you have people in law enforcement. They're higher. They're like they're right here. They're right there. Yep, right there. Right, okay, you following? Okay, so whites here, law enforcement here, because we can't forget, but cops kill white people too. So they're here, and the cops are here, right? And the government is way up there, right? And people who run the government is higher than that, right? They're higher than that, right? And that's how it is. 9 times out of 10, that's how it is, right? It's not exactly the same for everything. It's really complicated. It's not always that simple to distinguish, right? So that in itself is like a whole nother category to explain, right? It's not always that simple, but that's how you break it down. That's how at least I break it down, right? That's my opinion, right? So with all that. What I'm trying to say is that there's levels in America. There's always levels, and because there are levels, no one's truly free. Because if you were truly free, like they were saying, we wouldn't have systematic racism, regular racism, extremists, KKK. Like they were being that. If people were truly free, there will be no problems whatsoever if people were truly free. But that freedom is just an illusion. It's an illusion. No one's truly free in America. No one's truly free because we're getting cracked. Hold on, hold on. Oh, yeah. My phone right here. We're getting cracked. This is it right here. This is the proof right here. This is the proof right here. We're getting cracked, bro. Right here. And their excuse is, if we got us from the high, we shouldn't be worried about this. But they're tracking us right now. Tracking us right now. Tracking us right now. Right? That right there is how they label you. They label you. And not only the government, but corporations too. They label you right there. This is their labeling system. This is their labeling system right here. To them, you're just a number. You're a statistic. You're not a person, you're a statistic to them. This right here. This is right here is who you are. Fucking ridiculous, man. Yesterday, I went to my learning program, right? And my learning program is a program that basically teaches like how to get jobs and stuff. Like they basically break it down. They break it down for people with special needs, right? So I just go there for the education, right? Oh God, it's getting hot in here. Hold on, I need to turn on the fan. It's getting really hot. I should be able to hear me regardless. It's getting too hot. We got 2 fans. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So, yesterday, I went to my learning program, and the person there, because the people there are extremely nice. They're extremely nice people. But the person I was talking to, I forgot about that too. But hold on, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I forgot something important, but I'm gonna get to that. But the person I was talking to, I was telling them about what I've learned so far, because I always like telling people something new I've learned just to experience, right? That's me. And he asked me a question. He's like, alright, how would you go about fixing things or something to that nature? I forgot exactly what he said, but yeah, he basically said, how would you go about fixing things in America? And that right there, my answer then was holding police accountable, right? But afterwards, because we couldn't finish our conversation because he had to go. But afterwards, I thought about it. I really thought about it. And I came out without, let's see. I came out like 3 or 4 scenarios. Well, 3 or 4 things. Scenarios, whatever. Holding police accountable, that's one. Making our healthcare more affordable, because if you didn't know, a lot of people don't use that. A lot of people don't know about using healthcare because it's too expensive. Even with insurance, a large percent of people who need medication or anything like that, they don't use health. They don't risk it because it's too expensive. You know, it's too expensive for them. So holding police accountable, more affordable health care. Take some of our military spendings, because we spend too much on them, because we as America, we are the most, we spend the most money, we spend the most money on our military than any other country. Right? That's something we should be proud of. So we need to split some of that money and put it into things we actively need, right? So if I were to take that, if I were to take a small portion of that spending, I will put it into home, and I'll put it into places that are suffering through poverty, right? So I would do that. And back then I also thought I would what was that? Anything else? More companies accountable, affordable healthcare, less military spending. I keep putting it towards things we need. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. That was my idea, right? That's what I was going to tell him. Because in my opinion, I truly think that works. That will work pretty good. Because for me, it's kind of cut and dry, right? I myself, even though even though certain political standings have the same type of mindset, I don't label myself as a person who's either a Republican or a Democrat. I don't label myself that. I'm not either of those things. I don't label myself as. I don't label anything. I'll put a name on myself. I forgot what's called exactly, but I don't. To me, hold on. I gotta slow down. I don't label myself as any political stance. The only thing that I will really label myself as anti-government and anti-police. Yeah, they show you that. As you know, that's the channel's name, right? That's literally the channel's name. And I was telling y'all, and last year, and I had my mindset when I made that channel. My mindset was fuck the police. But after New Year's, I decided to be more open-minded. Right? That's what I truly try to do. But after Ronald Green, him plus all the things I've learned and the things that I've learned that people didn't teach me in school. That I was never taught in school. I was not taught the real version of Martin Luther King. I was not taught about Malcolm X. I was never taught about any of these things. And to me, there we go.